我不想惹麻烦。
那就把项链交出来。
You have the wrong guy. Does he look like he can fight? Come on, bro.
You okay?
So there are a lot of world-beating superheroes in the MCU now. What does Shang-Chi bring to the table that we've not seen before?
I think it brings so much that you haven't seen before. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, you're dealing with a character that has never gotten the comic book movie treatment before, you know, and we've really just kind of revitalized and modernized Shang-Chi for 2021. We have an all-new story with a lot of all-new characters, and, you know, some incredible action sequences to boot. So there's a lot to be excited about, and also we worked pretty hard on the, you know, the various action sequences of the movie as well. So we're really excited to show people.
What about in terms of personality and kind of maybe the humor that Shang-Chi brings that maybe we've not seen in some of the other films before? Was that what drew you to the part, maybe?
I mean, look, what drew me to the part was that he was an Asian superhero, and I was, you know, very vocal about my enthusiasm of that. But what really, you know, drew me into the character, and especially over, you know, the course of all of my conversations with Destin, our wonderful director, what became apparent to me was that he was going to approach the character from a place of humanity first. And so, you know, Sean is above all else, he's just a regular guy. You know, and he, you know, we start the movie and he's kind of like a bit of a slacker with his best buddy Katie, and the two of them, yeah, I mean, they have this kind of natural bickery chemistry that is humorous, and it, you know, we have so many scenes that allow, you know, that humor and that friendship to really just kind of come out, which is beautiful, and I think he's just a guy that wants to be with his friends and isn't in some ways running away from the hard conversations of life. But of course, as our movie progresses and he gets pulled, you know, deeper and deeper back into the world of the Ten Rings and his father, he has to come face to face with those questions. Yeah,
and you mentioned Aquafina. One of my favorite scenes in the film is the scaffold escape from the skyscraper in Macau, I think. Can you tell me about filming that?
Yeah. I mean, we filmed that over I believe a couple of weeks, and you know, obviously some elements, you know, some visual effects elements to, you know, make the scaffolding higher than it actually was, and to put it in, you know, superimpose it into the you know, the city of Macau, which of course we weren't able to shoot in because we were in Australia at the time. But other than that, I mean, the scaffolding was what it was. There really was the bamboo structure, and it really wasn't that low to the ground at all. Like, we were, you know, oftentimes I was 50, 60, 70 feet up in the air, just to kind of achieve a bit of that realism. And, you know, one of my favorite scenes to shoot, I mean, that whole sequence with the scaffolding leading into the fight with Death Dealer. I mean, there's just so much there, and I think it plays to my natural strength. I mean, when I was little, I was like parkouring with my friends in the backyard and all over the city. You know, my background is in gymnastics and acrobatics. So I really just, I mean, it's one of my favorite scenes because it's just going to work on a literal playground every single day.
Yeah. And the MCU is obviously a huge commitment. I always wondered, do they tell you how many films you've signed up for when you sign the contract?
I think every contract is different. I'm not sure what mine is compared to anybody else, but here's the thing. As a fan, what's most important is, as a fan watching this movie, I think it's easy to kind of walk out of the theater feeling like there's still more story left to be told. There's still lots of places for the character to go. So if you were to ask me personally, as Simu, the MCU fan, if I want to see more and many, many more, I would say absolutely yes. Obviously, that decision's not up to me, and I can't stipulate anything about that. But I'm, you know, enthusiastic as the MCU fan that I am.
Well, you manifested the first film into existence from your tweet, so I think it's Thanks so much, Simu. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.